Gonna put in some reps. Reps on reps on reps. Make stacks on stacks on stacks.
Turn to the left, turn to the right. Just unscrew it, screw it back on.
Reps on reps on reps. First ones of the day. We've successfully made it to the lug nuts. We almost did not. We came over this fence and realized, yeah, it's hot. So Dan almost got electrocuted.
All right, Dan, you gotta call me Robert on business.
Sorry, Robert, my other brother.
Your business partner.
Very important component of this whole company.
What's that?
Your name.
My name?
Growing up.
What is my name? What do you call me? What do you call me, Jake? What did you call me when we were growing up?
Well, we won't talk about all the things I called you, but at the dinner table, you were Dan.
How's that?
My brother Dan.
My middle name Dan.
This is Robert Dan. But we called him Dan growing up. And so now we're in this transition here in life.
As a business partner.
As my business partner, he'll professionally be known as Robert. And it's a very difficult thing for me. It's an end of an era, the beginning of a new. It's exciting, a little scary, but we're gonna do this.
That's cool. I appreciate that, Jake. I'm happy that we're business partners, and that you can appreciate using my first name.
I can.
Turn to the left, turn to the right. Just unscrew it, screw it back on.
Reps on reps on reps.
Turn to the left, turn to the right. Just unscrew it, screw it back on.
Reps on reps on reps.
Turn to the left, turn to the right. Just unscrew it, screw it back on.
Reps on reps on reps.
Turn to the left, turn to the right. Just unscrew it, screw it back on.
Alright, so what we're seeing with this socket that is unique, it's what separates the Camlock socket from every other socket in the world, is the gripping mechanism of these jaws that travel along the cams. You can see each of these move independently, but they move together along these cams, and as they travel along these cams, they compress inward. You can see, and it applies force evenly across every flat. Now, I want to throw this analogy out there. So think about a bed of nails, right? You have one nail, and it's sharp, and it could puncture skin, right? But you have a bed of nails, and it evenly distributes the weight across all of the nails, and someone can lay flat on top of the bed. Now imagine, instead of a point, you have a flat surface on top of each nail. Is that going to do any damage to the person, to the sensitive skin? No, it's going to not only be a flat surface applying pressure, but it's evenly distributed. So that's comparing your traditional static socket that has a point of impact. It has a point of impact on the corner of each flat on the hex, whereas this has a surface of impact distributed evenly around the lug nut. And so the opportunity to damage the lug nut is completely removed. So we're excited what we're seeing out here as we're testing a variety of vehicles and a variety of conditions. Obviously, every one of these are worn. They've been used before, a lot of them abused. But what we're seeing is it's removing every lug nut regardless of its previous condition, and it's leaving no additional damage to the lug nut. And we're not seeing so far any damage or wear on the socket.
Some all steel 19 millimeter lug nuts there. As I'm just passing time, beating away at this, we're trying to get as many runs as we can on this lug nut. What are you laughing at?
It works on your head.
What's on my head?
You said it works on your head. Works on your mind.
Oh yeah, of course. No, it gives you plenty of idle time here to think about things. And I was thinking, as I was
get ready, folks.
Yeah, as I was working this socket left and right, and it's just beautiful. It's so efficient. I mean, there's no visible wear. We're using this thing hundreds of times, to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, using hundreds of times, and no visible wear. I mean, you see, and that's just evidence of the beauty of the technology here, of the flat on flat, how it forces the flats on top of each other. There's no opportunity for damage because there's no spike effect, and it's evenly distributed. So, but what I was thinking about, and aside from that, was there's this little pin down at the bottom. It's pretty neat how this tool is put together. And I don't know if you can see that, but you can kind of capture. There's a pin that's pressed down inside the housing, and that's what holds these little jaws in. And I noticed that when this socket was brand new, it's a little bit tighter. And a lot of tools, when you first get them, they are a little bit tighter. You might not be able to find that flexibility that you get with use. And so what I'm noticing is, as we've done hundreds of these lug nuts with this socket, that they're sliding on easier because these jaws are just kind of breaking in. And when they press that pin in that holds these jaws into place, there might be a little pinch point on one of the jaws. So brand new, you might feel these jaws and they might not wiggle right away. There might be one that kind of sticks, but under use, it's going to perform perfectly. They're going to balance out. They're going to start sliding. They're going to start gliding. And it's going to make putting the socket on and off a whole lot easier. It's going to make that release mechanism a whole lot easier. So there's nothing to worry about. I mean, the more you use it, the better it gets.
Fly like a butterfly.
Sting like a bee. That's us. Go ahead and tell the camera what we're dealing with here. These are all steel lug nuts, right?
Yeah, all steel lug nuts on 21 millimeter socket. Super tight. They're on a Toyota Sequoia. These are the tightest ones we found so far when we first got on them.
Let's look at the jaws.
And so, yeah, take a look here. Still no indication of wear, chipping.
And why is that, Jake? Why is it that we see no indication of any use whatsoever? Even though we've used this socket over 100 times, we see no indication. Why is that?
Well, the design of the socket doesn't allow for damage to the socket. So because the jaws are gripping and they're moving inward, the compression on the lug nut is directly toward the center. It's not radial. So concerning the lug nut, it's not pushing on the corner, it's pushing directly into the flat. And so that's compressing the lug nut, causing the socket to become one with the lug nut. It's removing any chatter effect, which acts like a chisel and a hammer both on the socket and the lug nut. So it just removes that component completely and removes that opportunity for damage to either the socket or the lug nut. And so the gripping mechanism is the secret sauce to this socket. Say that 3 times. The secret sauce to this socket.
So it'll.
Watch out that glass.
Oh, is that what I was feeling?
Yeah. Chipping away.
Yeah, I don't want to get hit with glass.
Go ahead and knock it out. The glass.
I didn't come here for demolition.
Come on, it's fun.
No.